Young Elizabeth's formative years were marked by the traumatic execution of her mother, Anne Boleyn, ordered by her father, Henry VIII. Witnessing the fragility of royal marriages and the deadly consequences of political unions, Elizabeth developed a deep skepticism toward matrimony. This early exposure to marital instability shaped her future decisions, embedding a fear of losing autonomy through marriage. During Mary I's reign, Elizabeth observed firsthand the political and personal strife caused by her sister's marriage to Philip II of Spain. Mary's union, aimed at securing Catholic alliances, led to public discontent and weakened her authority. Elizabeth noted how marriage could compromise a queen's power, reinforcing her resolve to avoid similar pitfalls. At her 1559 coronation, Elizabeth I strategically embraced the image of the Virgin Queen, symbolically marrying England instead of a foreign prince. This clever propaganda portrayed her as a devoted mother to the nation, elevating her above the need for a husband. The symbolism resonated with the public, solidifying her unique authority. Elizabeth's close relationship with Robert Dudley, her childhood friend and later Earl of Leicester, sparked rumors of romance. Though she deeply cared for him, Dudley's existing marriage, and later his wife's mysterious death, made a union politically untenable. Their bond highlighted the tension between personal desire and the crown's demands. Throughout her reign, European princes, including Philip II of Spain and the Duke of Alençon, vied for Elizabeth's hand, seeking to align England with their interests. Elizabeth masterfully used these proposals as diplomatic tools, prolonging negotiations to maintain peace and leverage without committing. Her indecision was a calculated strategy. Parliament repeatedly petitioned Elizabeth to marry and produce an heir, fearing instability without a clear successor. Her famous Golden Speech defied these demands, asserting her prerogative to rule alone. By refusing to yield, she maintained control over her body and the state, framing celibacy as a patriotic choice. Mary, Queen of Scots, a Catholic claimant to Elizabeth's throne, exemplified the dangers of marital alliances. Mary's marriages led to scandal, rebellion, and ultimately her execution. Elizabeth saw how a queen's spouse could become a liability, further justifying her refusal to wed and risk factional strife. Elizabeth cultivated a mythos comparing her to the Virgin Mary, using virginity as a symbol of purity and divine favor. Portraits depicted her with pale, ageless skin and holding symbols of chastity. This imagery transformed spinsterhood into a source of mystique and power, distancing her from mortal vulnerabilities. As Elizabeth aged, the succession crisis loomed. With no heir of her body, she reluctantly acknowledged James VI of Scotland as her successor. Her refusal to marry had ensured her autonomy, but it also forced her to confront the Tudor dynasty's end, accepting an unmarried legacy as the price of sovereignty. Elizabeth died in 1603, unmarried and mythologized as England's eternal Virgin Queen. Her funeral effigy, crowned and ringed, symbolized her marriage to the nation. The cult of Elizabeth endured, framing her celibacy not as failure, but as a deliberate sacrifice for England's stability and glory.